just after 7:15 now, 2 days after Monday's amazing documentary on Michael Jackson. He's still making the headlines. This is the front page of The Sun. Jacko Kids at Risk Social Services probe mad start, they're saying there. Could he now face an investigation over his admission that children sleep in his bed? Well, the documentary is due to be screened in the US tomorrow night. So what will Americans make of it all? Jackie Brambles is in Los Angeles. Jackie, what do you think?
I think they'll be as glued to their television sets all over America, very much the same way that people in Britain were on Monday night. As you said, it is going to be broadcast tomorrow night, Thursday night here in the US on the network called ABC. They apparently bought the programme for £3.5 million after a huge bidding war between the major networks. And it's being heavily promoted on every network, on every entertainment show and news programme, that this documentary is going to certainly open the viewers' eyes.
From London to LA, the world is buzzing about that jaw-dropping Jacko documentary on Britain's ITV. As Doug Bruckner reports, the special, airing here on ABC, has the King of Pop spilling secrets about everything, from his intimate experience with a star to his sleepovers with kids.
And as well as public fascination in the documentary itself, it's also opening up something of a legal can of worms over here for Michael Jackson as well.
And obviously the revelations about his relationship with children, obviously it's caused a lot of controversy over here. As I was saying, the front page of The Sun saying Jacko Kids at Risk Social Services are probing him. I understand over there's also been some legal wrangling going on.
There's a very well-known, high-profile civil rights lawyer by the name of Gloria Allred, very well respected over here, done a number of high-profile cases, and actually was involved initially in representing the young teenager many years ago when Jackson had those allegations of child molestation against him. That never went to court, and he settled, it's believed to be between $20 and $30 million out of court. Gloria Allred also filed a complaint just as a citizen with the Santa Barbara Child Protection Services after the baby dangling incident in Berlin, and I talked with her earlier today to find out what she had planned after having read the transcripts of the documentary.
I have sent the transcript of the interview on the British documentary to the Children's Services Department and asked them to interview the children and also to do the needed investigation of Mr. Jackson and what his activities with children have been at Neverland.
And she's not kidding. This is a copy that she gave me of the letter that she's sent to the Santa Barbara legal department, along with the transcript of the documentary and the areas that she finds particularly disturbing, which is the talk on the documentary by Jackson himself, which is fairly self-incriminating because we've always heard rumors, but out of his mouth came the confession, or just the blithe admittance, that he did indeed allow children to sleep in his bed and bedroom.
Jackie, thanks very much. Well, with me now is a Michael Jackson fan and former impersonator, in fact, of Michael Jackson, Keith Preddie, and his children, Ryan and Aaron. Good morning to you. You actually know Michael Jackson, though, don't you?
Well, slightly. You know.
Slightly. How did that happen?
Well, I met him many years ago, basically just performing outside the hotel, and he came out, saw us, had a little chat, hello, I like what you're doing, stuff like that. And that was basically it. And then many years ago, again, similar situation of performing. He saw my youngest, well, Aaron, who's now 12, performing. Liked what he did, and one time actually we were being squashed at the barriers. Took Aaron, took him in his arms, carried him around. Took him to I met him at Harrods, took him off there in Harrods, no problem.
Yeah, and we've got shots of you meeting the singer there. So what do you think he's like? I mean, did you watch the documentary?
I watched the documentary. Watched many documentaries on Michael Jackson and read loads about bits about Michael Jackson, and a lot of it just really upsets me. Not as a Michael Jackson fan, but as just a normal person who is seeing someone being persecuted day after day without any shred of evidence or any shred of proof, and we're just basically just persecuting him for what reason?
Well, you say there's no shred of evidence, no shred of proof. He actually admitted himself, right, that he has these sleepovers with these children. This is an adult man in his 40s.
That's right.
Who has children who are sort of adolescents in his bed. Now, John Stalker in the Mirror today says everything about him shrieked paedophilia, although there is no direct evidence of it. The excuses, the rationalisations, the pleas of innocent child worship are a masterclass in delusion.
Well, I can't comment on that because I don't read the papers, but...
No, but you saw what was going on.
I saw it,
You saw what he
but
said.
people don't really understand, okay, it may be in a normal society, people think, oh, that's wrong, right? You don't understand his world and the society that he's been brought up in, and he, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, he isn't breaking the law, and if he'd done something which you're sort of, or what people are saying, that it's a strictly case for paedophilia, whatever it's called, then something would have happened by now. But for him to go,
of course, there was the alleged hush money that was paid to.
yeah, no, but at the end of the day, like, I've got 3 children, and if anybody, no matter who they were, harmed my children, no amount of money would stop me personally persecuting them.
But you would allowed your children to stay over, sleep over, for
Yeah, and
example,
I still
with
would.
them in Neverland.
I still would.
Okay, thank you very much, Keith Preddie, and thank you very much, Aaron and Ryan, for coming in this morning. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And your texts and emails about Michael Jackson have been posted on our website, gm.tv, if you want to have a look at those.
Right now the time is 8.